All right, welcome back to Schoology How-Tos. Today we're going to cover how to add an assignment into your class. So what you want to do first is you want to find where you want the assignment to be. In this case, I'm going to add it to the adding and subtracting integers folder. And once I get there, I'm going to click add materials, and then I'm going to click add assignment right here. So you have a couple of options with assignments. I'm going to show you the first way. The first way is how I'm going to be doing it for this specific course, but your course could be a little different depending on what subject you teach. So let's go ahead and title it Adding Integers. And in the description, I'm going to kind of give them a couple of ways that they can complete this assignment. So I'll say you can submit this assignment either through Kami, which I'll show you guys in a second, or you can print the PDF, take a picture of it, or take a picture of your work and submit it as an image. And then I'll show you guys how they would do that as well. So then I'm going to go down here and I want to actually select the file that I want to use. If you're a teacher like me, I have a ton of files, so I just go ahead and go to my Google Drive and then I search Google Drive. So I know for a fact that this assignment is called Adding Integers, and it's in my Drive. And this should be it right here, Adding Integers Homework. I'm going to click on that, and now it's in there. And so what should happen, and I'll show you this when I'm done adding it, but what should happen is when they go to turn it in, they have an option to open it with Kami, and that way they can write on the document itself and turn it in from there. So then category, you can either pick ungraded or create a new grading category. We'll go ahead and just leave it ungraded for now. We'll talk about grading categories later, but and this is the grading period. We're not going to set as a midterm or final because it's just homework. And then it's going to be published to students. And students can also leave comments if they have something to add there. So you can also set a due date up here. We're going to go ahead and leave this blank because students are working at their own pace. There's not really a set due date. But if you have a due date, you can just click on whatever your due date is and what time you want them to turn it in. And we'll go ahead and click create. So now their assignment is in here, and when they click on the assignment, it's going to look something like this, except theirs will look a little different. As your students turn in their assignment, you'll start to see their names pop up that they've when they've submitted it. So obviously I don't have any students in this class, so I'm not going to see any, but you would see like which students have submitted it so far. When students come in here to submit their assignment, they're going to have the option to either open it as a PDF by clicking this link, or they can open it with Kami. So let's go ahead and open it with Kami. And when they open it, it'll look like this. I'm going to click Google Drive there. That way, it'll upload to their Google Drive. But now what they can do is they can just go ahead and do the homework right here. So if when they were finding the sum, they know that -2 plus -7 is -9. So they can just write their answer right there. And then once they're done, there's actually this turn in button right here. And then when they click turn in, it actually submits it for them, which is really nice. So then when that's submitted, obviously I couldn't turn it in because it's my class, but when they turn that in, then it'll automatically be submitted for them. So that's pretty nice. So that's one way to do assignments. The other way to do assignments, let's go back to our folder, is you can actually go back to my adding and subtracting integers folder. You can actually, if you're not using a PDF, So if you're using like a Google Doc, like say you teach language arts and you're having students type an essay for their assignment or type a research paper or something like that, you can, I'm just going to name this adding, or we'll do research paper just as an example. But you can put whatever directions you want here, edit it however you want, and then you're actually going to go to Google Drive assignments. If you're doing a Google Doc, it'll obviously be in your Google Drive, but let's just say, for example, I wanted to post this Schoology features checklist. So I would click on that, and then I would click attach. And what's cool about this is, and we're gonna go ahead and we'll select ungraded for the category, and then everything else should be good. There's not gonna be a due date because they're working at their own pace. And everything else should be filled out the way it should be. So now I'm going to click create, and what's going to happen here is you're actually going to, it's similar to Google Classroom when if you post a Google Doc, every student is like they receive their own copy of the assignment. So when you click on research paper, obviously as a student this is going to look a little different, but you can see if you click here, like you can see what the assignment is, which students are in progress, you can see who submitted it, and then you can also filter it by graded, needs grading, late, or on time. So that's pretty cool as well. So and then if you just click on that link, it opens what the assignment looks like. So that's pretty cool. As a math teacher, I don't use this very often because I like them to do PDFs so they can show their work on Kami. But if you're an ELA teacher or you have students typing an essay on Google Doc, this would be really useful. So yeah, those are the two main options for adding assignments. Like I said, I use the PDF one more, but those are both great options, and that's how you put an assignment into your class.